we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shot 30 podcast time with Shane Newbert and Rashad Boswell. Boom.
That was nice.
That's okay.
That'll work.
And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shane Newbert. Hey, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And today we have a special guest, Mr. Rashad. Is it Shad or Shad?
Shad. Family, friends call me Shad. Otherwise, it's Rashad.
Okay. Mr. Rashad Boswell.
Yep.
All right. And so we're going to kick back. Hey, you guys remember Calvin motherfucking Reed? Well, they grew up together, they know each other, they love each other, and we're thinking about doing a little trio episode coming up here. A little trio. And that's going to be nice. That'll be the first time we've ever had 3. We've tried it a couple times in here to do multiples, but we only had 2 mics.
Right.
And so that's, you know.
People going like this.
Yeah, bobbing and weaving like Ali. And I do have a freaking sick Ali magazine back there. It was when he was on the cover of something, I don't know. But, hey, Shot 30 Podcast is on YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, CastBox. And so please just go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe, 5-star, whatever the hell it is on anything. Yeah. And we're just going to roll forward here. We're going to roll forward. So you're drinking on some Old E.
Oh, yeah. It's the greatest.
Yeah, what's it taste like?
Go ahead.
No. I don't. Okay, I'll take a sip of this one. Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
It'll get you right.
Dude, it stinks so bad just opening.
It tastes so good, though.
That doesn't smell bad anymore.
Once you get past the first 5 sips, then it's like heaven in a bottle.
That's not bad. It's kind of like a normal beer.
Growing up, like my dad was a Miller Lite, Miller High Life drinker.
He's living the high life.
Yeah, and so I used to always say, as a little kid, that stuff's nasty. Like, I'd never drink beer.
Uh-huh.
And then Calvin moved to Davenport in 96, and we just started hanging out with our other 2 buddies, and beer was the stuff. We'd go to, like, kegers, and next thing you know, like, my first... Oh, man, there's so many stories. I would put it out there like this. My first experience getting it on was because of OD.
I think it was because of you.
It was because of OD. It was because I didn't have the confidence. I didn't have none of that until I drank that first 40 of OD.
And then let's try to drop this out. Let's do a little quick ad for Old E.
Go for it.
We're not sponsored by Old E, but
I wish.
Hey, now we're gonna paint the scene here a little bit. You're gonna be like, before I was troubled. And then I'll be the voice that sneaks in. So here we go. And channel 27. Here, now this is your scene.
Oh, when I was a young little whippersnapper, I didn't have any direction in life, and I just needed some motivation. I needed a kick in the pants. And what I found was when I went to a gas station, and I was deep in thought of what is it that I have this thirst for. I couldn't really explain
it.
Yeah. And I was 21, so I was able to buy alcohol. And I said, well, look, there's that bottle down there kind of talking to me. Felt like it was whispering, like, psst, pick me up.
And it's a little on the cheaper side.
Yeah, it is on the cheaper side. And I was kind of broke.
This is the longest commercial ever, dude.
I was kind of broke. And what happened was I went ahead and purchased this bottle that said Old English 800. Didn't know what that meant, but it looked delicious.
Oh.
And once I drank it, it changed my life.
It changed your life. Hey, go visit Old English 800 and get that malt liquor that you need to soothe your soul and find... Hey, it's not Viagra. It's booze that works like Viagra.
Mm-hmm.
Old English. Cheers to that, Rashad.
All right.
Someone just paid like $4 million for an Old English ad.
Oh, yeah. We'll get calls. It's cool.
Yeah, you get 20 seconds. 4 minutes later.
Hey, it was a deep thought. We'll have to do some cuts.
We'll splice it up a little. And so, man, you gotta be feeling sad about old Skull Nation over there.
Every year it's kind of depressing. You know, we get closer and closer, and things just don't happen.
You know that Minnesota was actually could have picked up, I don't know, Lamar Jackson or anybody other than Kirk Cousins.
Dude,
Kirk's not bad.
Money?
Kirk's not that bad. Dalvin Cook's a beast.
Oh yeah, and you never. What's crazy is, you know, when Adrian Peterson came on and he did what he did and he got hurt, you never know how they're going to come back.
Are you talking about when he was hitting his kids with the switch?
Well, no. Before that, or I don't know if it was before or after, but no, not that. But, like with him, it was a pretty bad injury. A lot of people don't come back.
And he came back fast.
Came back and he's setting all kind of, you know, records and stuff. Well, when that happened to Dalvin, I was just like, oh, God, it can't happen twice.
Nope. And it did. Hey, it did.
Mean, hey, I'll take that. We just need to get to the show, man. I get tired of getting in arguments with people like Calvin or any other team that's actually been to a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's cheering for a guy who owns a team with horse teeth.
Yeah,
I mean, he looks like John Elway looks like he just got off an ad for George Washington dentures.
Dude.
And Calvin's out there. I love it.
That's his squad. It's hard to debate him because he always ends up saying something about Super Bowl and, you know, just never been there.
Yeah, that's okay.
We've had it in our building recently.
Oh, yeah. And your building's also collapsed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that was freaky.
That was freaky. Watching that video live, whoosh.
I'm like, you could just see him like, oh, man, somebody's going to cost somebody a bunch of money.
You want to know what never collapses?
What's that?
Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. Have you ever... Oh, you should definitely get some. I mean, you got to put an order in.
What are they selling?
What she is she's a decorative cupcake cookie designer, and best in the business. I'm going to attach some links on the video too, so you guys can see. But Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies is taking orders now for Valentine's Day. So give somebody that you love something that they want, and that's cake, and that's a beautiful design cake. She's working on a wedding cake, a birthday surprise cake right now. So, yeah. Visit Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies on Facebook and Instagram today and put your order in. Dude, she has made some badass cakes. She made Okay, so Rashad is a geek. He's a Marvel geek. He's 100% all sold out. And we're going to have to talk about the Funko Pops. We'll talk about all that. But she made a number, like it was a 5th birthday. And she designed it so it was a number 5, the cake, and each section was a Marvel character, like the Hulk, Iron Man. All the frosting was designed. She made the character on each edible? One. Oh yeah, everything.
Really?
Yeah. When I show you her stuff, it'll blow your mind. It really will.
Sweet. I have to give her some business.
Yeah, I would 100% give her the business. Yeah. And you know, I always give her the business every once in a while.
Sometimes you got to.
Sometimes she just needs it. Sometimes, you know, she gets crabby. She gets crabby. And have you ever heard of a Diva cup?
A Diva cup? No.
No, I just heard about it the other day. My wife for Christmas wanted a Diva cup. And imagine not knowing what a Diva cup is. At this point, you still don't. Yeah. Walking into, let's say, Walmart and walking up to someone and say, hey, can I get a Diva cup? My wife wants one. And them looking at you like this. And so I'm like, oh, is this going to be in like the condom section, like the whole weird section? And nope, they walked me right past that in that back corner, and they walked me up to the tampons, and I'm like, okay, well, and then she reaches up for the $50 item that's this big. A Diva cup is like a tampon that goes in you and stays there. It collects all the bloody stuff, and then you take it out and dump it out. Isn't that disgusting?
What?
Yeah.
So it's like they're marinating.
Yeah.
And like they're.
Yeah, it's just it's like a colostomy bag for period blood.
What the heck,
dude? That's his exact face I made when I found out that this is what I'm at the store purchasing right now.
So I mean, when do you get to that point? Like,
when do you?
Is that like a preference? Compared to the other stuff that's out there?
I guess it's like Queen Bee. Mm-hmm. Like, if you have that, you're somebody.
Right.
It's like wearing a pair of J's.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
if you got that Diva,
Jordans
it's the Jordans and Diva Cup.
Wow.
Hey, and Diva Cup, if you want to sponsor this podcast, we're right here waiting.
Hook it up.
Yeah. I don't know what
we'll
we'll
need
do.
to come down on that price.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I guess it lasts a lifetime. Rather
so
than
use the same cup.
Dude, I guess. I don't know.
She didn't tell you the science of it?
I didn't really want to know. This is the most science I've got of it so far.
Man, we got to Google that.
Yeah, I don't want to. You want to Google?
I need to know more now.
All I know is the box says something like, after inserted, make a 360 turn to lock in the cup.
What?
No, I don't know.
Oh, man. Can't be around sharks or bears.
Yeah.
Sharks and bears.
Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah.
Sharks, bears, Vikings. Oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah, because the Vikings are usually trying to like run away from Super Bowl.
Man, we do. We do. I have no comebacks because everybody's going to hit me with that.
Do you think that I could make or like put the pictures of all your Funko Pops on? I think I could probably put it right in the middle of the screen here to show them how many you actually have.
Oh yeah, I have a. Let's be official about it and take a look at the Funko app. That's when you know you have a lot.
You have a Funko app.
Yes. So any of the Funko Pops I buy, I can scan it and it'll tell me how much they're worth and how many. It'll keep a collection.
So they have a different value. And what we're talking about is like the bobbleheads. Like the comic book bobbleheads. I don't know if they can see them. Here we go. Just like these. Have you got
Love
one?
them.
Can you get one made of yourself?
Yes. So
have you done it?
Actually, no. We're in the process of doing that now. We're trying to wean out to see, based off of pictures that people have posted on the quality. But I mean, that's like $145, something like that.
Oh, dude, I should get one and put it right here where Harambe is. Oh, dude, just have a giant me face on there.
Let me know, because I'm getting one done of just like myself and like Calvin and my other guy, and the other one's going to be a superhero version of me.
Oh, dude, and I am absolutely in love. So people probably don't know because you haven't officially released your podcast yet, but you have a podcast in the making.
Correct. And
that comic book, like your ad screen, dude, is so awesome. It's you, the bald-headed
Truth Podcast.
Bald-headed Truth Podcast, and it's him flying away in Superman's outfit, and dude, it's awesome. Complete comic book style. I love it.
Yep, and I mean you're gonna find stuff. You're gonna find that it's more than just superhero comic book nerd stuff. We talk about mixed martial arts, talk about life, dogs.
Oh yeah, you are a big dog guy.
Oh man, got 4 dogs and a cat.
And you do that little whatever that is with the video where it like rotates when you rotate.
Yes.
Yeah, you're all about that.
I try to, I'm a little on the older generation, so all that stuff is fascinating to me.
Dude, it's fascinating to me too. Just going through your page and look, you're a diversified character.
I try to be.
Yeah, you're all over the place.
Yep.
And I just wish at Calvin's party he would have introduced me to you in the proper way because he did a bad job.
Were you there when I first got there, or did you come later?
I was singing karaoke all night. I was shit-faced.
Because I was kind of buzzed. We had drank like some vodka or something at the hotel before we got there. But then when we got separated, I was drinking margaritas downstairs, and then you guys hit me with the tequila shots. Woo!
Me and Timmy were like, we were a bottle of tequila in when we Ubered there like responsible people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's at what point do you have a shut-off point? So, like, my girl, she should have had a shut-off point in which her body actually told her, hey, I'm done. I'm going to check out. Do you have that point?
Okay, so 100% I have my shut-off point, but it takes a while.
Okay.
Timmery has her shut-off point, and it's usually when she's trying, like one day she went to show a buddy of mine, we were watching a football game, and people know this story, she went to show them the tattoo of Groot that she has on her thigh. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, she pulled down her underwear with her pants. And that's her shut-off point. That's
it's like, did I do that?
Yeah, a little Urkel style. Yeah, that's my wife's shut-off point. My shut-off point is usually when the spin, and if I hit the spin, and so normally I don't really get to that point, but if I do, I know I'm there, and that's when I call it quits. And so a lot of people know that I'll go to parties, I'll go to the bar, I'll go everywhere. but I get out fast enough because I know when I'm okay.
Right.
And I don't like putting myself in a position, especially when I used to powerlift and this and that. Oh, here's the big guy, the tough guy. I'm not the tough guy. I don't want to be the tough guy. And so I go in, have a lot of fun, make sure everybody's having fun, and then kind of pop out.
Right.
Yeah.
I think for like myself, once I started my drinking career, I was always the guy that you could get to do stuff like on a dare as far as like drinking and stuff.
So Olde is your first drink.
Olde is my first, pretty much the first stuff that I started getting tore up on. And then we graduated to, I think, like gin and juice because that was popping in the music and stuff.
Snoop?
Yep. And,
what is this? That was Snoop, right?
Yeah.
Rolling down. Okay, yeah.
So my guys would always dare me to take like shots, and I would just do them. And then I wouldn't know what my limit is until I got to the point where I was just like hammered. And so I was either violent and wanted to wrestle or fight somebody, super dizzy and drunk, or I was just asleep.
Yeah. That's where my shut off is for sure. When I'm ready to go, when I start getting tired, I'm like, yeah, that's my shut off too.
Older Rashad knows better, so I'll drink, and once I get a nice buzz, I usually switch to like water, or I'll try to get some food.
Well, you kept telling me at the party when I was trying to sing karaoke with you.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah, you said I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
over and over, and then me and Kayla's sister out there singing Colt 45.
Y'all getting it too.
And she was she was everywhere. And so I kind of just let her steal the show, and that was the guy who came in when she didn't know the words anymore.
See, that's the other thing. I don't mind doing karaoke. And, when I get a buzz, it's a lot easier to go do. But I want to make sure that I know all the words.
Dude, you dropped in Big Papa.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it after I left. I was so mad driving. I'm like, they're singing Big Papa.
Oh, yeah. We did a couple. Wow. I think did a Humpty dance, too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and see, Timmery's much older than me. So she's super diversified in all the old school rap music. I'm like trying to bust out Chingy at the Holiday Inn.
Right.
And she's trying to bust out like Eazy-E.
Right.
Yeah, and so she loses me there, but she gets a one-up card because she kills it. You
guys do that a lot? Like do karaoke or just...
Yeah, well, we were actually both super sick for a few weeks, and so when we had everybody here for our Christmas party, we were shit shows singing on the karaoke, but we didn't care. We've done karaoke everywhere. We dabble. And now she's trying to learn how to play the piano, and she sucks. And I hope she's watched this far because, Timmer, you suck at the piano. I'm sorry, but you do. Like, get a clue.
Get mad.
I'm going to pour this shit.
Get in. Don't pour out the juice.
Yeah, I was going to pour it on the computer to shut this shit down. But, yeah, no, we have fun. We love to sing karaoke. We did just hear this song, man. Oh my God, heart feels. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, I just seen like they're on the Today Show or doing something on them.
Such a good song, and you can just see so many things in that video. It's like nobody wants us to be together, but that's all they want to do. And we had a kind of like upbringing, me and her together like that. Like. So I kind of felt some hard feels.
Can you sing? Can you actually sing?
Can I?
Like carry a note?
I?
Yeah.
Oh, I can sing.
Okay. So
I can sing.
I didn't know if it was a fun thing. Like for me, it's a fun thing. If I actually am singing something, you better be drunk in order to appreciate it. But if I can rap on there, but...
I appreciate it. Like, I can do a little rap. Like, what's that one song? It speeds up a little bit. Oh, hi, I'm that guy, I'm built so fly, got a silk bow tie, I don't know why I'm built so fly, but I am no lie, oh my, rolled by on the low ride, huffy, sitting on the peg, show to the cuffy, cuff rolled up to the calf, class to the ass, bag with a side like Buffy, gotta be the one about a bold, I'm sinner, but I knew I could have been a better man, I wanna be Zen, but I'm sipping on a mess instead of meditate, I get it when I can. Yeah, see?
Who is that?
I don't really know. I think all I know is Pale Guy raps fast, and then I was like, I can do that.
How old is it?
I don't know, but I can do the one like, pew, 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 yellow model jeans, yellow bottle sipping. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
What is that? What's that called? Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Oh, yep. Yeah. Yep. When Busta came in, that's when I was in.
And do you know the whole thing?
Oh yeah.
See, that's key. Because what if you're on the mic, you're in front of people, you got the crowd going, and all of a sudden you don't know the next line.
Well, that's when you go for like a couple seconds, and then you pick back up on where you know, and then everybody thought you just killed it.
Dude, that's what I'm dancing. I'm a dancer.
Yeah,
like the performance, I leave that to Calvin and my other guy Joey. I'm more of the dancer. I'm the background dancer. I'm popping.
You're the Kevin Federline.
Yeah, yep, exactly, exactly.
You're the
I'm back there doing choreography and stuff.
Yeah, you and Brittany.
Yep, getting it.
Yeah, oh, dude, that's legit. But, okay, so wait, we didn't get to the end of your... wait. Before that, hey, let's hit this ad. Have you ever needed a male escort?
Can't say I haven't.
Have you ever thought about being a male escort?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then, this company is something that you've learned to know and love, right? Mm-hmm. This is Jerome Lovely coming out of the Quad City, Chicago area, and what he's bringing you is a male escort service. Oh. And a lot of people have mistaken it. They think it's prostitution, and it's not. It's not prostitution to have somebody to go on a date with.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
It's just company. Mm-hmm. It's company. It's not prostitution. It's escortution.
Okay.
Yeah, and visit Jerome Lovely on Facebook today and get an escort.
Do you know if he has like packages or anything, like special offers or?
I'm pretty sure he's got one package.
He has the main package, but does he have other packages?
I don't know. I don't know if you use the promo code. Let's just go with SHOT30. If you use the promo code SHOT30 with Jerome Lovely, right now you're going to get a 5% discount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And hey, I don't know what the price ranges are for him, but we just made shirts. He sponsored the shirts. He sponsored the podcast, but he had a shirt line come out, and so we just released it on the last podcast.
Okay. What was the name of it?
Jerome Lovely.
Jerome Lovely.
Don't be lonely, be lovely with Jerome Lovely.
I like that.
Yeah. And so I'm going to take a quick shot here, but hey, thank you all for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Gosh.
Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you what really hit home with this Olde. So if you notice, in the back of my bald head, I have a nice scar back there.
Uh-huh.
So the second part of my Olde journey, I went to a game in Northern Illinois. We went to their homecoming game. And so
I thought you said it to a gay man.
No.
I was like, whoa.
To their game, homecoming game.
Okay.
And I go up there with some buddies, and one of my friends stayed in the dorms up there, so we're partying in his room.
Uh-huh.
And they say, hey, the red light party, because after the homecoming, they were having a red light party, is about to start, so let's go to this red light party.
What's a red light party? Is that something I should know?
It is a party in a basement, and the lights are all red.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty badass.
It was nice. So we get to the red light party, and Northern Illinois lost the homecoming game, but they're still trying to party. So we get there, and there's actually a lot more ladies there than dudes. I was like, okay, this is cool.
So there's one for everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, cool. And like 4 for me. I was feeling good that night. I hadn't taken a drink of OD. I think we were drinking some liquor. I mean, like something that I didn't have any business drinking. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, hey, let's go back to the room because my guy forgot his Black and Mouse. He was smoking Black and Mouse. So that was the end thing.
Wood tip?
Too. No.
No. You gotta have the wood tip to savor the flavor.
Dude, we were smoking Black and Mouse. You would have thought that there was something else in it, but it was just Black and Mouse.
Uh-huh.
So we get back to the dorm room, and we smoke the Black and Mouse, and then we're leaving. So we're walking down a hallway. We're on the 3rd floor, and there's a balcony with all these dudes. All the dudes out there are white guys.
Uh-huh.
And all you hear is this like loud commotion. And we're, you're drunk, you're curious. You're like, dang, what's going on? So we go over to one of the dudes and was like, hey, what's going on? They're like, somebody at this dorm yelled at the window, the inbound.
Uh-huh.
There's a black fraternity.
And so all the white people went to answer?
Everybody out there is that's on that what is it called? I just said it.
Balcony.
Yeah, balcony.
Yeah. It's
OD.
okay.
That's what happens. So they're out on the balcony, and I look down, and there's at least 40 black dudes down there, and they're yelling up.
Shit.
And they're heated. I'm the only black dude that's upstairs. I'm up there with one Mexican dude, a black dude, and the rest are all white guys. And I look down, I seen that, and I'm like, man, y'all in trouble. Y'all got to deal with that. I'm trying to get to this red light party.
You were like a freckle on a pale person.
Yep,
in that
like
party.
I see him. So what happened after that was just crazy. So I turn around and I go to walk back in the building from the balcony, and somebody says, "Look out."
To you?
Yeah, it says, "Look out." Now I'm like, "Look out." Is somebody trying to grab me, throw me off the balcony or something? Boom. I get hit over the head with a glass bottle. These are plastic now. Those bottles back then were 40 ounces as glass.
And that's when they had the snake, like the snake head bottle. Yeah, yes.
They threw it up over on the balcony, trying to hit one of the white dudes up there, managed to hit the only black dude up there.
Only black guy in the place.
Split my head open.
Oh, no.
And so now I go downstairs, and it looks like I got shot. My shirt is all wet.
Oh, no.
Wet with blood. And the guys down there was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Y'all were trying to hit a white dude up there. You didn't care which one you were trying to hit.
Oh,
you managed to hit the only black dude up there."
That's freaking hilarious.
So then they take me to their dorm, and they're trying to fix me up. They're trying to clean it up.
The black guys.
Yeah, the black guys. So they're trying to clean up because they feel bad. So my head is split, but I can't see it. And then I'm talking to people, and they're like, So they give me one of those big fat Band-Aids, and I stick it on there, and then I go to the party, right? Now I look like a murder scene.
To an all-red party.
Dude, an all-red party, all-red
You
light
should have had a Diva cup back there, bro.
My shirt was gray, and then I had this red blood. So the red blood and the gray shirt are like glowing off of each other when I go down there. So I didn't mention when I first went there the first time, there was this girl who had her eye on me, and we were just like, kind of flirting back and forth. And I told her I'd be back because I'm about to go smoke these Black & Milds. I get back there, and she's like, "What happened?" I was like, "Well, I got hit in the head, the bottle, da-da-da."
So you're really messed up. I mean, everything about you is messed up at this point.
I'm drunk. I'm feeling good off the Black & Milds.
You look like you were and you look like you were part of a drive-by shooting.
Yes, I have a loss of blood, so I have that going for me. She still dances with me.
Oh yeah, she wanted.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, I'm in there." Next thing I know, I feel the warmth of the blood going down my neck, and the Band-Aid is now sliding down my neck. So I'm like, "This is pretty bad." So I go out, and I see one of the gentlemen.
Can we make a movie about this? Dude, this literally
I have so many reckless stories. But basically what happened was they ended up taking me to the hospital. I missed the party. I didn't get out of the hospital until 5:30 the next day. And I had 20-something stitches in the back of my head.
So who went to the hospital with you?
So I went up there with 5 guys.
Burgers and fries?
None of them. I told them to all stay at the
Wait, so you went by
party.
yourself?
Yeah, one dropped me off.
Fucked up.
I told them instead of just waiting there, no sense in all of us missing the party.
Yeah, dude,
y'all stay there.
That's so fucked up.
Somebody had to do something, you know? I mean, otherwise it was a wasted trip, so...
Okay, that is... Dude, that really... I can paint that whole scene in my head as a movie.
Oh, yeah. Trust me.
Oh, my God, you're the one guy who got hit?
Yep. One guy that got hit. It happened to be an OD... bottle OD, and that was my second experience with OD.
Oh, dude.
First one was my virginity, and the second one was getting busted over the head.
Oh, man, dude. The only true, horrific liquor story I have is with Rumpelmans. Like a liquor that has a store. No, I have more. Never mind. Me and Timmery, we made a deal with each other. If we ever go, if there's ever a reason where we're so mad at each other, or we want to split up or anything, we're going to drink a bottle of tequila, a whole bottle, a big bottle, and we're going to figure out life. And if we decide to part our ways after that, then we really made a hard decision because all of our worst days have been under a bottle of tequila, but so have our best.
Right.
So, yeah, and it'll never get that bad. Well, we do something super cool. I don't know if I've talked about it on here, but we do something called Best Friend Time. Okay, so whenever I have something weird to say, let's say my ex messages me.
Okay.
And I know that it would piss her off, well, I just say, "Hey, best friend time." And what best friend time means is you have to know I'm just telling you the truth of something that happened. And it could be a million different things, you know. Like there's so many. Or like I just saw a woman at the grocery store with this huge butt, like, and if I'd just be like, best friend time. This woman had a huge butt, and so she can't get mad. I can't get mad, and it just we never fight anymore. It's because best friend time is only used for leveling out a situation where the person's not being... If my ex messages me, I didn't do anything wrong. But instead of you being mad, jumping to a conclusion that I did do something wrong, that's what we use. Right. And it helps, dude. It's a really awesome thing that we use.
What was her reaction before best friend time when that would happen?
We would just jump to, like, you know, your normal, like... She had an ex that had to take a group picture with her, and instead of me being like, why the fuck did you take that picture with him, she told me, like, I didn't know, you know. She just said best friend time, he was in the picture, and I was like, I understand.
Gotcha.
And it just levels everything out. It works so well. That's good. So we do the little best friend time. And you want to know who else doesn't use best friend time?
Who's that?
That is Conspiracy Kimonos. Because what you're getting with Conspiracy Kimonos is a custom-made gi for jiu-jitsu. And I bet if you had that gi on when you were at that red party, that guy who would have thrown that bottle, he would have thought twice if he saw somebody upstairs with a gi.
Everybody getting choked up.
And you could visit Conspiracy Kimonos. They're coming out with a new gi. And there's one right there on the wall. Okay. Yeah, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Nice. And
they're coming out with a brand new gi. And so you should get it today and start doing jiu-jitsu. Learn how to fight. Learn how to take them down.
Yeah, you should.
Don't end up with a scar on your head that you have to talk about Olde stories in the future.
I could have came up with a better story, but I figured the truth would probably be the best.
The truth is an excellent story.
In about 3 or 4 months, I'll revisit that story and I'll change it up a little bit.
Yeah, with the Conspiracy Kimono gi on. Visit Conspiracy Kimonos on Facebook and Instagram today and get your custom-made gi for jiu-jitsu. Whew. Yeah, we're probably cooking along here. I think we had callers, but I don't have them pulled up, so we'll just take care of them all tomorrow. Cool. We had some callers for this, but where were we leading with this? Where were we leading? What was we just talking about right before that? I don't know.
We can go wherever you want, man. I'm an open book today.
Okay. So did you see The Joker?
Yes.
What'd you think?
I actually liked it a lot.
I loved it.
Yeah, liked it a lot.
He's not. I can't classify him and Heath Ledger in the same book because it's a whole different thing. Heath Ledger was incredible, great as Joker. This Joker character was so demented and dark, and I loved it.
He had issues. Oh, and like at the end, spoiler alert. At the end, when he realizes that none of this stuff actually happened, then you really realize how deep and demented.
Do you think they tried to twist it at the end as if nothing actually happened, or do you think they tried to twist it at the end as everything did happen and now he's in the asylum? I think I think it really did happen. Yeah. I think that when they were at when he was doing the TV show, that happened. A lot of the stuff didn't happen, like the girlfriend and this and that, but I feel like they create a whole world of the Joker if that did really happen, and then he went into the asylum afterwards. But you don't know what is really true, and I love that aspect of it too.
I love the fact that there's no superhero, that your focus is this character, and you get to see him, like, even before you know that there's parts of it that is false. You just get to see this transition from this guy who you already know has problems, but he's just a weird guy, to these bigger problems where he's letting loose. And it's just that transition to be able to watch that for a whole movie and not have to worry about some superhero coming in and doing super karate kick.
Yeah, save the day. There was no happy ending. There was no nothing. It was so dark and demented, and the like when he fires the gun in the house and then you just see his man, I really did enjoy it. There was so many twists and it just stayed so dark the whole time. Him calling some guy his daddy, and you have no idea.
Yeah, that whole storyline with that guy, seriously, like, he thinks that, I'm your son. That came out of nowhere. Because,
And they brought in Bruce Wayne. But Bruce Wayne is literally nothing to the story. It was just to keep true to the comic book if they ever want to twist it back. Right. And that's awesome. But if they ever do twist it back, I want one thing. I want Jim Carrey as the Riddler as the way he wanted to play it.
He wanted to play it, right.
Yeah, he wanted to play the 23 version. He wanted to play the Heath Ledger version of the Riddler back then. And they said, no, we want you Ace Ventura.
Mm-hmm.
Man, think about that. Think about that, how your life is defined by such a stupid role. I mean, it was an excellent role. He made so much money. He was a huge success. But your whole life is defined of you being just like that.
Yeah, and he's a really good actor. And most comedians are pretty good actors.
Mm-hmm, you know? Absolutely.
Robin Williams.
Oh, Robin Williams.
Dude,
yeah.
like, really good actors. What's cool about DC is that they do better with their darker side. Instead of trying to make the happy, go-lucky, movie. They do better, especially with, like, their animated series.
Oh, yeah.
Like, all their animated, like, off the chain. They have some question marks with the movies.
Yeah, well, it's because they have no consistency with the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's go with Suicide Squad. Excellent. It was good. There were, a little quirky in a couple spots, but dark. It was deep, detailed. Deadshot with Will Smith is excellent. I couldn't wait for and now it's Idris Elba or whatever his name is. Like,
but they said that initially he was going to come in as that role. He's supposed to play somebody else now. So the second version with the different director, he's not going to be Deadshot. He's going to be a different character.
Will Smith?
No, Will Smith won't be in it. But Idris won't play Deadshot. He'll play a different character.
I just hate it. I just keep your story rolling. Like now Birds of Prey has Margaret Robbie and Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. And what if they just replace her? It's you want to love a character and you want to watch it grow, just like we watched Tony Stark and Robert Downey grow as Tony Stark. Mm-hmm. And the only character that we didn't ever get to watch grow like that was the Hulk. And Mark Ruffalo's great, but we didn't get to watch him grow like that.
Right.
He got replaced. We got Hugh Jackman as Wolverine for 15 movies.
Yeah, and it's going to be hard.
And now he's dead.
Yeah, it's hard for. Well, this is the thing. It's superhero movies, so they can make in the comic books. They come back all the time. They die and come back all the time. But to see somebody else play that character of Wolverine is just like it's wrong.
Do you know? It wasn't the last one. It was it was just called The Wolverine. When he was like a bodyguard, the one guy was trying to get to clone him to save his life. You remember that one? Well, that storyline is actually William Stryker. You know how they kill his wife, that Asian woman that the Wolverine was married to the Asian woman after Jean Grey, after his thing with her, after he went to hide away. And the storyline is William Stryker killed her, cut her through her stomach. But that's because she was holding a baby, and that is Dakin.
Right.
And do you know about Dakin? Dude, give me a fucking solo Dakin movie with like Tom Hardy or something. Not Tom Hardy anymore because now he's Venom. And people don't like that movie, but I love it.
I liked it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was excellent.
The fact that, again,
Woody Harrelson is Carnage?
Yeah. You can go so many different directions now.
I did misspeak. Hulk and Spider-Man have been replaced in the Marvel world. Okay. Now keep going.
Well, like, the direction, like, people that didn't like Venom, to me, are usually people that are hardcore Venom fans through the comics and everything. Mm-hmm. We didn't know what Venom was going to look like, other than the only example we had was that bad Spider-Man 3. That was the only example of Venom that we had in the, in movies. To have this Venom, who, like, is like an anti-hero.
Quirky both. Yeah. You don't know really what he is.
And you don't know, in the comic books, it's going to be based on whoever he joins up with.
Yeah.
He's going to pull on the strings of the personality of that person. So just to have, like, in the comic book where the little piece of him turns into Carnage, Carnage is going to be based, his creation, his personality is going to be based off of how crazy Woody Harrelson is.
Absolutely.
So that in itself, they're good. They're golden with that. But now to have everybody coming together for the MCU and they being able to work deals out, with characters and stuff, that's going to be awesome. Man.
It's going to be awesome. And I just think that Marvel needs to continue, DC's tried to replicate some things that Marvel's done. They're trying to create the universe, like they is what's happening. And by the way, wow, Galactus. I want to see Galactus in a Marvel movie so bad.
Yeah,
Galactus is one of my favorites all time, and just to see that. How many times can Marvel fuck up the Fantastic Four?
I mean, they're really even. So you didn't like the last one at all?
No.
So
I tried to like it, but then the fact that it was just it started turning into like putty real fast. Yeah,
you can always tell based on how the Thing looks in the movie if it's going to be good. And so the first two, you know, they had to keep the same character, the same actor and everything. But then when I seen what he looks like in the last one, I was like, I don't know.
But Doctor Doom's outfit was so much like Green Goblin's, and I was like, dude, I really did want William Dafoe as a Joker. Picture William Dafoe as the Joker, like. I don't know, because Joaquin Phoenix is so awesome, and I would love to see that, but that they have nothing to do with the DC universe. Joaquin Phoenix's character,
right?
It's not going to have anything to do with anything they do moving forward. And Robert Pattinson, oh boy.
You don't know.
I know.
You don't know.
Because everybody said, Thor, really? Chris Hemsworth? This is a huge mistake. He's an unknown actor. And Loki, Tom Hiddleston. Yeah, they're like, nope, this isn't going to work.
But even with the first two versions of Thor, it didn't really pop off until the third one.
The Dark World.
Yeah, it's like you have... Well, no, Dark World was the second one. So you had the first one, blonde... eyebrows.
Yeah. Dark World.
Dark World with the elves.
Oh, okay, yeah. I really loved a Dark World.
Dark World and Ragnarok were
Ragnarok was awesome.
Oh, dude. Just
Planet of the Hulk.
Dude, that is so sick. The director was it Taika Waititi?
Yeah, Takeda Wakiti or something. I don't know.
Whatever his name is, he's supposed to do the next one.
Yeah.
For Love and Thunder.
Yes. Oh my God, that's gonna be so good.
Oh man, to have Jane Foster become Thor, and just to see what direction that Thor character is gonna go into.
And I'm so glad they brought Natalie Portman back. Like, that was so weird and bizarre, and the way they kept referencing her, like, oh yes, we broke up, or yeah, she's on an adventure right now. Like, Thor can't just go fly across the Earth real fast. The guy's out there. Pulling a star together, and yeah.
You don't know what version, like, they haven't really gone in depth to say what storyline they're going to do. So, like, in the comic book, she has cancer, and every time she calls upon the power of Thor, it weakens her state. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, how do you throw that into the MCU based on the storyline that they currently have?
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, we really have no idea where they're going to lead with next.
Right.
And I don't... Do you watch Joe Rogan's podcast at all?
All the time.
Okay, so did you see Robert Downey?
Yeah.
Okay. He sounds convinced that he's not coming back. He sounds convinced. That wasn't...
But...
Can you fathom this real quick? Robert Downey Jr. is worth $350 million. And how real of a person he seemed like... That was excellent, because you see some of these people that are just so rich and famous that they're not a real person anymore.
You can't talk to them.
Yeah, they're not a real but he was so real. I loved it.
Oh, yeah. I think, and I'm guessing that if he appears in Black Widow or just any of the movies going forward, it's going to be based off of a flashback or, something that, unless they're like time traveling. I mean, they could basically bring them back if they wanted to.
I mean, literally, yeah. They can do whatever the hell they want at this point.
The whole time travel,
but it sounds like he's convinced that it's over. I would love, like, 80-year-old, like kind of like Sylvester Stallone with Rocky, like come back, 20 years. All right, we'll do it again. Let's give him one more last run here.
Yeah.
Just as an old man, like as a mentor who with his walker walks up and gets in the suit or something, something fucked up.
He's key to the MCU. He is the starting point.
He laid a foundation. That's, oh my God. Dude, we're just rolling on. We're just jabbering for 50 minutes here. I
got the gift of gab. You got the gift of gab. It's all good.
But I can't fathom what you, me, and Calvin. It's going to be the gift of idiocracy.
Story time.
Yeah, we're going to just act like idiots.
If you do you have any sponsors or anybody right
now? Oh yeah. Hey, Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, oh boy, this studio here could use another sign on the wall. Maybe something Valentine's related. And you can visit Handmade by Haley in Kiwani, who's making handcrafted designs. She makes it out of her house. That can say whatever the hell you want. It can say your last name and have giant hearts around it. You should get it for Valentine's Day. Your lady would be happy you did.
I might look into that.
Or you could say Vikings, maybe next year. She can make that for you.
Sometime never.
Visit Handmade by Haley coming out of Kiwani, Illinois on Facebook today. That's Haley Paxton. And she does front door pickup, and it's very affordable. And she's very talented.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have to pick that up.
Yeah, you will. You will. You should.
I should surprise the missus.
You absolutely,
or surprise myself. Put it in the man cave.
Yep. Yeah. We need some. We're gonna start. She's making. Timmery's gonna do the table in like the hodgepodge. She's gonna. I have stacks of comic books, stacks and stacks. But she's gonna make like a collab here on the table, so the table will still be usable, covered in comic books. With a whole bunch of stuff on it. Yeah, and then she says, "Well, then I'm gonna do the wall with comic books, and then." One wall with like Pokemon cards and football cards and all this shit I've collected. I just collect everything.
I have a quick question while we're on a superhero conversation. If you could have 2 powers, what would they be?
The power to heal and the power to move through time.
Okay, why?
The power to heal would just be. You know, you just walk up to somebody who's sitting on a wheelchair and then boom, you can walk. You know, like that is such a rewarding gift. I just think it would mean so much more to everyone than the power, you know, like having super strength, throwing a car, you know, like if I could just heal you. I know these are like really lame ones. And then the one to move through time is if you're sitting there in the worst 5 minutes of your life and you could just skip over that, man. I think that'd be a cool one. But also, it scares me too because then you look at like the movie Click, and you could just move through time so fast that it's all gone.
So, in your theory, if you're moving through time, are you like Back to the Future time? Like you do something that's going to have a negative impact on the future? Or are you doing like Marvel?
I don't know. Because I don't think I would play with the timeline of the world. I guess mine would be more of like moving forward through a hard time or skipping past work. You know, like, oh, hey, this work day, but then you miss out on so much of your life and so much of time that you just look back at it and everything's gone. Mm-hmm. What would yours be?
So, I kind of got to break this one down. So, like being immortal.
You want to be alive for forever?
In a sense, vampires are immortal, but you stab one through the heart, it's a wrap. So as long as they don't get stabbed through the heart, then, you know, they're going to live.
Uh-huh.
The other part is invincibility. So because nothing can penetrate like my skin or my bones or anything, that ultimately gives me strength and speed just because of physics.
Thousands of years of knowledge as well.
So I would be like a recording device, my own personal recording device, because I'm living throughout the years and I'm gaining all this information and knowledge and all that. And I'm pretty much unstoppable. But then I got to thinking, because I tend to think about nerd shit like this all the time. There's a chance, like if somebody wanted to truly stop me, they could put me in a room to where, or a space that I can get out of.
And you'd just be stuck in a box for life.
Stuck. Because, I mean, if I'm invincible, you would think I go back and forth on this, you would think if I'm in a room made of steel, okay, there's nothing in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm invincible, I should still be able to dig my way out. because whatever that's holding me is not going to be able to give damage to my hands or anything. So I should be able to grab steel and pull it apart.
Unless they just keep stacking on top and on the side.
Right. So if I'm in space, they just threw me out in space, I'm SOL.
Until you land somewhere.
Yeah, until I land somewhere. I can go into the sun. That's not going to kill me.
Dude.
I can land.
That's crazy.
I put way too much thought in this stuff.
Well, the very first thing that I thought of two things when you said that. One, the space thing. I've always said and I finally just changed my mind. My whole life I've always thought about going to space, or, hey, we're going to put you on a rocket and it's never going to stop. You're going to see everything. You're going to know everything. We're going to give you every book of every answer to every question you've ever had. You're just going to keep going and you'll never talk to anybody again. Would I want to do that? I always thought the answer was yes. But
so you're just floating.
I'm just in a rocket flying, just never stopping. Just go right there and never.
Company?
No, just me and
no robots or nothing.
All I have is like books of answers. Like every conspiracy, everything that's happened in the history of time. Books before the dinosaurs. Books about the Big Bang. Books about everything. And I will see everything the world has ever been. Not the world, the universe. And I just keep going. Like that, there's no stopping.
There's no stops.
No stopping. Ever. I'm just going. I have all the endless food, whatever, but I'm just going. And I always thought that I wanted that, but I don't anymore. It was more of a childhood theory. But something that you just said that I have a dream about, and I've talked about it on the podcast before, is I have really detailed dreams, like really crazy dreams. And the one dream that I've had multiple dreams a lot of times, but this is one of the main ones. I'm in this white room, and there's no edges to the room. There's no corners to the room, anywhere in the room. And all there is this white box that's sitting in the middle of the room. And I walk over to the white box, and all I do is touch the box, and I see how everyone reacted to my death. Like I'm dead, and they're all at my funeral, or it's a year later, or the next day after I'm dead, and that's the only thing I can see. And the only thing I can do is sit there. And there's nowhere else to go. There's nothing. There's no door. There's no window. There's no nothing. That's just where I am. I'm just placed in this white room watching.
You have dreams like that all the time?
That was that's probably like a once a week kind of dream. So, and then another one I have is a really fucked up dream is I always have this dream like I've started this rebellion to save the average people, the happy people, the normal people. Because the world's been in an apocalypse, whatever. And I always have a dream I get caught and I'm killed. Like they shoot me in the head. And then I'm laying there blank. Completely just black eyes, nothing. And I feel the blood dribble on my head. And I'm just laying there dead. And then the other one is and then the third, because this is the third dream that I've had on repetition. My whole life is I go into this school to save the school's falling, and I'm saving all the kids, and I run back in one last time to see if there's any kids in it, and then the school falls on me, and then I'm just laying under the debris dying for the rest of the night.
When you wake up, do you usually have pillows or covers on you over your face or?
It just depends. I've had a couple things that correlated with my dreams, like my face pressed against the window as I was sleeping by the window and I woke up, or when I died in the dream, I was laying on ice.
Do you sleep with the TV on or music on or anything?
I usually try to make Timmery play a scary movie when we go to sleep because it makes me have more detailed dreams. Yeah.
So I can't sleep without having a TV on.
Every night.
I always turn it down just loud enough for me to hear it so it'll have some type of impact on my dreams. I used to have a dream book. My dad used to tell me to start writing the stuff down. Mm-hmm. So I used to have a dream book. And then I found that based off of either stress or what I eat before I go to bed, so if I'm eating something like red sauce or spicy, that has an impact on my dreams. Do you dream in color?
I guess I've never paid attention, but I would assume so, yes.
I do, and I've read that people don't dream in color, so I thought that was unique or something. I always ask my girl, I was like, when you remember your dream, do you dream in color? And she's like, I don't know. It's like, I dream in color all the time.
I don't know, man. I would assume so. I remember the Sandy one where they always shoot me in the head. And I feel myself bleed, but I remember the yellow sand. So I guess I have to say yes. I do remember dreaming in color because I always remember the yellow sand blowing it and the Earth's turned to, like Mad Max style.
Do you wake up, or do you have a, like say if you're having a bad dream or a nightmare, do you have an out? That's something that you do in your dream to wake yourself up every time?
No. I can get trapped in a dream and wake up and it goes back and it goes back and I keep going back. And there's been a couple nights I know Timmery's like, dude, I was having a dream. Okay. This is pretty fucked up. And I'm not trying to push. You know what? You go first. You go first because mine's going to be so fucked up. Just you go first. So you have an out.
For me, yeah, my out in order to wake myself up is I try to find either a cliff, a tall cliff, or it could even be just like a step. And I run and I jump and I make sure that I'm going head first into the ground. So it feels like I'm going to land on my neck. That always wakes me up. So if I'm getting chased and like I'm in a city and there's a building,
go limp?
I just jump and I try to land on my head. So feet up over like this, and that wakes me up every single time.
That's pretty fucked up, man.
That's how my dreams are like that, and that's my out every single time.
Do you know the dream the dream people talk about a lot? Jump in, or you fall off a cliff, or whatever, and you wake up right before you hit the ground.
Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
So you wake up before you hit the ground.
Right.
This is so fucked up because I hit the ground in my dream. And I'll be screaming. Tim Reese knows I'll be screaming. But I'm laying there in my dream dead. In my dream, I see nothing. Mm-hmm. After I hit the ground, I see the boulder, and then nothing.
Still in your dream?
But I'm still in the dream. Like, come on, man. Like, I already died. Get me the fuck out of here.
I wake up every single time, and then I have, I've had dreams. So, like, when I was doing mixed martial arts, I was so used to going.
Did you need a jiu-jitsu from Conspiracy Kimonos?
I don't, but I might.
Okay.
I don't right now at this second, but I might. I would have dreams because, you go to practice and you're stressed out either about practice or you got a fight coming up, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, in my dreams, I'm fighting and I'm doing all these moves, and then in real life, I'm kicking my girl.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm always worried about that.
I kicked the crap out of her leg before. The other night, I was telling her she happened to just not be in the bed. I was in the bed with the dogs, and she went and slept on the couch because our dogs like to take up the bed. And when I woke up, I was like half in and out of the dream, but I had kicked the sheets off. The dog is right there, so the dog just fell off the bed. And I kicked the sheet off, and when I opened my eyes, I'm halfway out of the bed with my
Jesus, you're a mover, man.
I'm telling you, it's based on if you've had enough sleep, if you're stressed out, if you've eaten something that is heavy on your stomach or, messing with like acid reflux or something like that, they all have an impact on your dreams.
Dude, this is so crazy. I think that we should do a fucking podcast. Like, this is fucking crazy. The only other person that I can... Timmery, we're so hit and miss when we do podcasts together, like, because we talk about everything throughout the day, and then we get down here and we're repeating the same conversation.
You remember when you said,
yeah, like, oh, your opinion you already told me. Why don't you say it again?
Right.
But Calvin, when I had Calvin here, we turned the video off, and for the next 3 hours, we sat down here and just fucking talking about everything. Just stupid shit like we're talking about right now. I would love to have you back on a million fucking times. This is crazy. I've never seen recording over an hour. And the fact that we literally haven't even touched on anything really yet is so fucking awesome. So I think, I don't know if we shut it off and save some save the rest for tomorrow. And yeah, but this is awesome. Let's do this like a shit ton more. We will.
Once I get mine up and running, once you show me the ins and outs, we will take turns. I told you I like going on location with mine, so I like I can come here. We can do a double.
We can do anything.
Yeah, anything we want, anywhere.
And I do have to say, anybody who's made it this far into the podcast, Black and White TV with Calvin is not going to be the name. I got denied by the United States of America for copyright because I guess black and white TV has already been a thing.
It's a thing?
Yeah, so we're going to have to think of a better name. Maybe like black and white TV 69ing or something like that. Or
people,
yeah.
They'll click on it. That's clickbait.
Yeah, somebody just give me an idea out there. But black and white TV is gonna need a new name. I haven't dropped that news to Calvin yet. But you and Calvin are terrible at responding to stuff.
What you mean?
You're terrible.
I
Listen,
respond to you all the time.
no, I'm still waiting for you to call me back on your trip to your job fair. I'm still waiting on that call back.
Shit.
I still.
You know how many messages I get? I'll be like, oh, okay. Sometimes I think I've answered the person.
Me and Calvin were making a joke. Okay, so there's two things. I need to get this off my chest before this podcast is over. There's two things. I said one, I realized black time's different than white time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, white time is I'm going to call you at 5:15. I'm going to call then they call at 5:14. Black time is I'm going to call you at 5:15 and that means you're going to call me a week and a half later.
Oh, yeah. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
And then it's like, oh, yeah. Well, so what? I didn't get back to you. Well, I'm still waiting. And then the other thing is, when you said to me, can I drink Old E on the show? I messaged Calvin. I said, is Old E black lingo or me being too young lingo? And he was dying.
Too young.
And then Timmery, who's 10 years older than me, she goes, that's old. That's older lingo.
Oh, yeah.
She goes, and a little black lingo.
I don't know. Like, even growing up, I've probably drank OD maybe like 2 or 3 times with somebody who wasn't black. Like,
well, you've done it now because I took some sips here.
I'm telling you, man. You get to this point right here, the fear goes away. Right here,
the fear's gone.
Yep.
That's when that's the Viagra level right there.
Yep. And then right here, you might have some kids. For real. You might have kids. For real. Either you're doing something to get the kids, or you're just thinking really hard about it, but it's because of the OD.
Unless you get scared from a Diva cup in there.
Second bottle of OD, you won't even care about that. You won't even care.
This is Shot 30 Podcast. I am Shane Newbert. That's Rashad Boswell. Hey, check us out. We'll be back again soon. And keep your eyes open for the Bald-Headed
Truth Podcast.
Yeah, keep your eyes open. You need to get that shit started.
Oh, hold on for a sec.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's that logo he was talking about. I forgot I had it on 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Bingo, bango.
Why didn't you show that earlier?
I have no clue. I just remember.
It's the old E making you smarter.
Thanks, buddy.
This is Shot 30 Podcast. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you guys like this, please hit share, subscribe, leave a comment.
Hit it.
Thanks. Goodbye. Holy shit.